everyone, I am Rabbit and welcome back to my playthrough of Albert Odyssey, Legend of Eldean on the Sega Saturn. Where we left off previously, we finally made it through this fucking lame-ass dungeon of Fargasta, which was a terrible, terrible level design in my angry opinion. I'm sure in a couple months if I rewatch this I'll be like, okay, maybe that wasn't as bad, but at the moment I'm pissed off and I did not find it very fun at all. So anyway, we finally made it to the bottom, and we were able to find Novia doing some really weird hocus-pocus bullshit with... She had Estin... Oh my god, that shit is creepy. I probably need to heal everyone. She had Estin, let's see... Let me repulse first. She had Cirrus and Redoria in the form of a sword, I guess, and she was using them to summon the Immortal Queen, Alorna. So we did interrupt the process and we kicked Novia's ass, but in her final moments, she was still able to manage to summon Alorna, even though we did defeat Novia herself. So anyway, now we have to fight the evil queen, or the Immortal Queen. I don't know what her title is, but that's okay, because this will not be a problem. We fucked up Novia so fast, and I'm pretty sure Alorna is not going to be much more of a challenge herself. And I have to say, her design is a bit underwhelming for someone who's supposed to be an immortal queen. She just looks like a normal bitch with, like, armor and an extra set of arms. Like, that's not that... I don't know. That is just not what I was expecting. I definitely think it's weird how her face changes like that when she's casting a spell, but... She doesn't necessarily look evil to me like this, and she has a fucking hat on, like... I don't know, her design is questionable. I think, fucking Novia looked more creepy than this bitch does. But whatever, and with the Karma Blade, we are just kicking ass. So Grizz, I guess, is gonna be our healer for a while, and everyone else is just gonna attack. After, I guess, I invigorate everybody. Let me go ahead and do that. I really hope Eamon doesn't die, but if he does, it's fine. We have so many life roots, and this should be our last battle. I mean, I can't think of who else we could possibly fight unless we're forced to battle against, like, Cirrus and Redoria and Estin as a group themselves, although I think it's via them that the Immortal Queen was able to come to be. I don't know. I definitely have a lot of questions about some of the aspects of this story, but for the most part, it's been pretty consistent and fluid, but you know what? I don't even care anymore. We just need to kill her, save the world, let Pike and Ika have their kids, and I guess go back to life as it once was. But I hope that this is a sign that if we can defeat this bitch, Cirrus can come back, because she was a pretty big part of Pike's life prior to the defeat of Redoria in the first place. And before there was even Ika, there was Cirrus, so it'd be nice to be reunited with her again. And maybe Leos will actually hang out with us again. Okay, I will just attack with my yo-yo, although I don't know how a tiny yo-yo would really do that much damage to this lady. Come on, you've got to get it together, Eamon. Everyone else is doing okay on hit points except for you. Alright, but he's getting up there. But yeah, Karma Blade is really powerful. Too bad we didn't have this attack earlier. And we never found out how Guy was doing. Oh my god, would you leave him alone? For fuck's sake. Maybe I should take a moment and just heal him, because I really don't want him to die. But I mean, if he dies, you know, it's not the end of the world. So what? He might miss out on XP, but it's not like anything else awaits us after this. Except a life of happiness. But okay, Evil Queen. This should be your end. And we'll yo-yo her bitch ass. So yeah, after this, I was kind of starting to mention this on the previous episode as well. I do have a quick list, I guess you could say, because I do have a much more thorough list of games that over time I want to play and that I've kind of just checked off over the years. But my quick list is just the ones that people have requested most recently, and that I can tell are wanted to be viewed by you guys more than others. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Basically, you guys made requests, and based upon the repetitiveness of certain requests, I know which ones you guys want to see the most. That's all I was trying to fucking say. My brain is mush now, guys. It's like 9:30 and I've been playing this for like 2 hours now. And I haven't even really done that much except dungeon crawl. And I think that's just the most frustrating part for me. And I know that's just a part of RPGs, like you have to do the dungeon crawling. And usually it doesn't bother me, but I don't know, there are just certain layouts that really get to me and I just don't enjoy them. Okay, but we will Starduster you. I guess Grizz will heal, and I might have Ika heal Eamon as well, just for some extra health added on to him to give him that extra padding in case she does decide to focus him again. Alright, recover. We want to do Eamon. Of course, you're the last person it scrolls to. But yeah, she's really not too bad. She hits Eamon pretty hard, but everyone else is okay. And just for good measure, we'll get some healing breath out here. So yeah, I can't think off the top of my head what is the absolute, like the top 5 games, but I know Jade Cocoon 2's on there. I talked about that in the last episode, that after I played the first one, a lot of people requested that I just continue and play the second one as well. And I was like, oh, you know, that's a good idea. My sister and I played it a little bit together. I would say I got maybe 10 hours into it, but I actually never finished Jade Cocoon 2. So, I don't know, that'll be really interesting. And what the fuck is she doing? Oh my god, this shit is so creepy. Fuck, that did a lot of damage. But yeah, so I will be doing that. I have, like I said, a couple Saturn games that I want to get through, partially for me. These aren't requested as much because I know a lot of people aren't even aware of some of these titles. Like when I started playing Albert Odyssey, I know a lot of people were like, I've never even heard of this game before. What the fuck? And I'll just have Ika attack. There's another Saturn game that I cannot wait to play. I don't even want to say what it is because I want to leave it as a surprise. But there are 2 that I am for sure going to play, maybe 3, but those won't come probably anytime for the rest of this year just because I am doing my project update and then I still need to finish Wild Arms, and I did promise a few folks that I was going to do Wild Arms 2 pretty soon. But that's not immediately next either. I think what I need to do is kind of alternate between the longer JRPGs and then more of like the action-y platforming games, or even just action RPGs themselves. They still tend to be a little bit shorter than some of like the 40, 50, perhaps even 60-hour RPGs that I tend to play. And when you're doing more than one of those at a time, it does get a little bit exhausting. So I think a good approach for me is to kind of alternate there and maybe do one JRPG plus a shorter, let's see, I actually don't need to heal right now, plus a shorter game, whether that's an action RPG or just a platformer. I don't know, like, just thinking aloud. That is something I want to refine though. I want to try to figure out a way to alternate the types of games that I play. Like, I like different kinds of games. Like, I play a lot of life simulator games and things like that. One type of game, I guess, that I don't really play too often are those romance novel games. I don't even know what they're called, but they're Japanese games where they are just storybooks in a game format, and it's like you just try to find boyfriends and girlfriends. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. But I don't play those very much. I played one, and I didn't like it that much. But typically, if I'm not playing a JRPG, I am dabbling in like a simulator game such as The Sims or Harvest Moon or Animal Crossing. Like, I love that kind of shit. I'm kind of a dork, if you can't tell. I like some strategy RPGs too. There is one that I do plan to play that also didn't do too well when it first came out in the US. I don't even think it got localized in like EU or Australia. I think it just was Japan and the US. They did remake it later for the DS, and they made it a bit easier, and I think it went a little bit better on the DS than when it was first released on the PlayStation 1. But I will play that for you guys. It's been a while, so I'll probably have to do a test run just on my own to kind of see how it goes. But I remember really liking the music in the game, and it was just really pretty, and Oh, I think she's dead. That's it. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Alright, let's gain some levels. How funny would it be if someone gained a new spell right now and like we don't get to see it or use it? Okay, or we might be maxed out on all spells. But anyway, this might be it. We might be done now. Yeah, she looked way more creepy here than actually in battle. I'm just glad that these fights were much shorter than Balin's. Hey, and it's Cirrus. It looks like Cirrus has come from within Alorna. This is unreal. Yay! Back to Pike. Master, I have returned to you by way of the summoning. Please, you must fight with me to end the course of terror this land has endured. Fight hard against the darkness that has bound me and my brother since the time of Vlag. What? So she's still not dead? But I thought we killed her. This is not possible. My presence in this dimension fades. I will not concede defeat to one so pure. You shall face Vlag's judgment in the void? What? Is this ever gonna end? I don't think so. Who is possibly left for us to fight? That's a bit creepy. Oh my god, what? That is disgusting. I thought Vlag was a dragon, but it just looks like a combination of faces and intestines. Ugh. Well, I guess we'll just start fighting it. We're still too early in this video to... Oh my god, all the eyes open. Or are they the faces of people? Like, I don't know. Hopefully no one dies. I didn't really heal anyone. But at the very least, I've got so many life roots, so everyone should be okay. Yeah, we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Let's see. Where are my items that completely heal? Ah, HP to max. That's what I want for Pike. As long as I keep Pike alive, that's all that I'm really concerned about. And... you know what? Actually, let me go ahead and have Kia heal Ika as well, because they can resurrect people if they die, so... I like that animation when she uses an item. That's pretty cute. Okay. And I don't want Kia to die. So we will heal her. Maybe this is a waste of a round. But, you know, gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape here. Alright, and we'll get healing breath out, so everyone should be okay. Maybe not Eamon, but mostly anyway. We'll try to keep this fight to this episode as well. I don't think we'll be able to defeat him. So maybe I shouldn't even try. And then we'll have like the ending credits too. So you know what? We'll just spend like a round or two attacking him, and then we'll just finish it in the next episode. Because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. That would be pretty obnoxious. Okay, let me get Karma Blade going. And guys, I can't believe this is it. I've said that the last 3 battles, but seriously, this has to be it this time. I mean, who else is left for us to fight? We fought Novia, then we fought Alorna, and I still don't even really know who Alorna is. And now we're fighting Vlag, which I don't know what's up with Vlag, but we're fighting him, so... Okay, I'll get Repulse going. And then I think we'll do one more round. We'll get to Ika so that I can cast Invigorate, and then we'll call this an episode. And when we come back, I mean, it's pretty obvious. We will take on Vlag, we will defeat him and reign victorious, and then I guess we'll get to see the end of this journey, which makes me sad. I'm not ready to say goodbye to Eamon. I do wish, just to kind of throw it out there, that the game gave us a few more characters. Like, I think it's interesting that there are these different races that were mentioned, but we only really got Grizz and Eamon as diverse additions to our party. Like, I would have loved to have a Beastman in our party, or they said that we had, like, I don't even remember what the other 2 were called, but we had, like, dwarf things and then something else that was a weird made-up name. So I think that would have been a nice touch if we had the option of just cycling through more characters, but I understand that the game wanted us to have everyone like appear on the screen and it to be like a cohesive party. Like, I get it. I truly do. And Eamon might die, but that's okay. We'll bring him back next time. But as I promised, this is the round that I wanted to end on with Ika casting Invigorate on everyone. So I'll let Vlad do his thing. Who are you attacking? Oh, Eamon, of course. Alright, so when we come back on the next episode, guys, I will be sure to cast Healing Breath and get Eamon in tip-top shape. And yeah, then we will take down Vlad and save the world. I am your host, Rabbit, and this is my playthrough of Albert Odyssey, Legend of Eldean on the Sega Saturn. I'll see you in just a sec.